千里之行，始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together.
Once upon a time, in the outskirts of ancient China, there lived a nomadic tribe that made their living in the great desert. For them, camels were the primary means of transportation, and therefore they were highly valued. It was always a big deal when an elder tribesman passes away and passes on his camels, the camels that he owns, which are his primary assets, to his children. So the passing, the inheritance of the camels was a big deal to the tribe. And the written will of the deceased was sacred to them. It had to be followed to the letter. So one day, one of the elders passed away. So the tribe gathered to read his will. He had three sons, and his will was simple. So he had the oldest son, the second son, and the youngest son. His will said, the oldest son, who had contributed the most in the family business, should inherit half of his camels. The second son, who had also done much, should inherit 1/3 of the camels. The youngest son, who was still growing and hadn't done much, should inherit 1/9 of the camels. So this will was quite clear, but there was one problem. The old man owned 17 camels. How was the oldest son supposed to get half of 17 camels? How was the second son supposed to get 1/3 of 17? And the youngest son, 1/9 of 17. None of it worked. So things quickly descended into chaos and dispute. The tribal chief said that the old man wrote the will years ago when he had only 9 camels. So he really meant for the youngest son to have 1 camel, 1/9 of 9 camels, and the rest of the camels could be split between the 2 older sons, 4 each. The eldest son objected and said it was clear in the will that his father intended for him to have more than the second son. So an even split would not be honoring his father's intention. No one could agree to anything. And it was at this moment, during this time, that a wise man came across the tribe in his journey through the desert. He rested and refreshed himself and was about to resume his journey when he heard the commotion, the contentious noise of arguments increasing in volume. He went toward the noise and he saw that things were getting heated. People were getting red in the face. He asked what was going on, and the people at the tribe explained the situation to him. So the wise man thought about it and said, perhaps I can help. I rode in here on my camel, so how about if I give my camel to the estate of the elder who passed away, so he owns 18 camels, not 17. If everyone can agree to that, then we can look at his will again. Half of 18 for the eldest son means he should get 9 camels. 1/3 of 18 for the second son means he should get 6 camels. 1/9 of 18 for the youngest son means he should get 2 camels. We have now honored the father's intention and follow his will to the letter. After passing down the camels in this manner, 9, 6, and 2, we find that we have 1 camel left, because 9, 6, and 2 add up to 17. As luck would have it, it's the camel that I gave to the estates just a moment ago. Since my contribution resolved this conflict peacefully, the estates, in gratitude, will give that camel back to me as a gesture of appreciation. So everyone was satisfied with this resolution and looked upon the wise man with gratitude as he rode away from the tribe, bidding his farewell. This is actually a story that's taught in professional courses of conflict resolution. It is sometimes called the 18th Camel. So in the vernacular of conflict resolution, the 18th camel becomes the catalyst. It's the peacemaker. It comes into the situation like a chemical catalyst, initiating a reaction toward peace. And when that reaction has taken place, the catalyst dissolves or goes away, like the wise man resuming his journey. So when it comes to the Tao of conflict resolution, I want to encourage everyone to think in terms of creativity and flexibility, that you may think of the 18th camel, the catalyst for peace, as finding common ground. Introduce common ground to the parties in contention. You may think of it as triangulation. That is, you don't want to adopt one party's solution or the other, but then there's another solution that doesn't match either one that everyone can be happy with. So those are 3 possible strategies for conflict resolution. And
our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.